So, who are the best legends to play in Season 12? In Season 12 Defiance, we are going back to Olympus and have Mad Maggie joining the Apex games. So what's the ranked meta gonna look like? Let's dive into that, and as a bonus, stick to the end and I'll give you guys my best 3 team comps for this split on Olympus. Let's go. First up, we're gonna have Ashe. She started off very strong but fell off a little bit on World's Edge, but her strength is moving her team up to very high places very fast with her ultimate. And guess what type of map Olympus is? It's very much like Stormpoint with a lot of verticality. So it should be a great movement legend to have on a team to move your team up to that crucial high point and be able to look down on teams or just rotate and get away from teams. Second up, we have Gibraltar. Olympus is a very wide open map where sometimes you have to do big rotations with teams on heights looking down at you or just through wide open fields. So his artificial cover in the form of his dome can literally be the difference between dying or staying alive, and we know how strong he is in endgames. Third, we have Loba. Olympus is only getting 1 new POI, and we'll see how that shakes up the meta, but historically on Olympus there have not been enough POIs for every team to land on, so sometimes you land on really bad areas or you have to contest off of drop, depleting your loot. Loba allows you to stay kitted out and have all the loot you need while also having solid movement with her bracelet and allowing you a little bit more flexibility off of drop. Fourth up, I'm going to cheat and say Octane and Wraith because they essentially serve the same function on a team. They are both great for rotations and getting your team away from third parties, which again historically is an issue on Olympus. And if you're one of my solo queue warriors out there, I would be playing Octane on Olympus. Finally, we have who you think it is, not Maggie, but Valkyrie. She is extremely meta, being run in ranked and AOGS. She is the best recon legend and her ultimate is extremely powerful, and on a map where third parties historically have been a thing, being able to get away could always come in handy. I also want to quickly mention if I think Maggie is viable for ranked. She seems like a nice combo of Fuse and Bangalore, which sadly only puts her on that type of B tier legend, though I have seen that her tactical is very powerful and is a really good counter to Gibraltar. I still don't think she gives enough to her team to be very meta, but I do think she has her place as being a hard counter to defensive legends and Gibraltar. Now we have the question of the video. Are you guys excited for ranked this season on Olympus, and will you guys be using Maggie? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you are enjoying these tips, please click the like button so that these tips can spread to more Apex players on YouTube. Thank you. Now, here are my top 3 team comps I would recommend to you guys for this upcoming split on Olympus. The first team comp we're going to have is going to be Ashe or Octane or Wraith, then Gibraltar and Valkyrie. Any of these 3 movement legends serve the same purpose, which is to move your team safely forward, up, away from third parties. Gibraltar Dome pairs very nicely with Valkyrie's ultimate to redeploy. Whenever you get yourself in a bad situation, this is a very balanced squad that fits any type of playstyle and has worked in ranked and AOGS. The second team comp is going to be Loba, Gibraltar, Valkyrie. Loba in this comp allows you to maybe not have to contest for loot early, since Olympus doesn't always have POIs for everybody. She gets you loot and keeps you kitted out for the whole game. Gibraltar and Valkyrie on this comp work in tandem. If you need a Valkyrie, and this team comp works better if you're closer to zone, this is not the comp you want fighting on edge. You want this comp in one of the best spots late game. And the final team is going to be Octane or Ashe or Wraith with a Valkyrie. This is more of an edge fighting team, the track team let's call them. This team takes fights on edge and doesn't worry about zone. You can push anything, and if you get into a bad spot, you have Valkyrie or you use one of the movement legends to get away. And for late rotations into a zone, you have Valkyrie. So now, you know what legends to play and how to pair them up to maximize their abilities as a team. Now I suggest you go learn about the most important skill needed to win more games in Apex Legends.